Hi there.
Huh?
Good
How are
morning.
you?
I'm fine. We're about to have heavy thunderstorms in like 10 minutes, so it might go boom around here in a little bit, but let me
It's the
situate.
same over here. It's
Really?
crazy.
Must be
Yeah,
this. Maybe it's the same line. Could
maybe it
be.
is. I'm not too far from you. I'm in Colorado,
Yeah,
so
that's not too far. Hop,
no.
skip, and a jump. You ready to get started with
I'm
Erik?
ready to get going. He's here. He's excited. He says, "Hello, mother."
Hi,
He says it.
son,
He said it with the mother.
mother. Hello, mother. Like that?
Yes.
You just a kidder. Say happy birthday to your nephew, Easton, 1 year old. Woo, 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 woo.
So he comes in and he has a yellow balloon and he says, "Here, mom, happy birthday." He says,
Oh,
"Happy birthday, Ethan." I like
oh,
how he can change his. It's like a costume change that he does really quickly, and it's
yeah,
like in the snap of a finger.
yes.
There's no like undressing or changing for him. It just
That's probably good for your sake, okay? You don't want him undressing in front of you. That would just get a little too weird.
I've seen his toes. They are
His,
not pretty.
yeah, I know, they are not. Mm.
Yeah, says that's mean.
All right, so we're gonna do as many of these. There's a lot of questions. We'll do as many as we can. If not, we'll break this up into two sessions. And if you want to do it this afternoon, that's fine too. But let's go forward. This is from Lola R. What is my sole purpose, and what am I here to learn and do? So basically, combine that as one question.
Hmm. And Lola, Eric says, "What's up?" He's talking to you as if he's giving you guidance on where to go. He's telling you to start planting right now, do some gardening work. It's a part of your life purpose. Not only like flowers, but plant foods that you can eat, like carrots, chives, vegetables, things of that sort. Your life purpose is surrounding children. I see you working with, not necessarily working, this is going to be family. So he's going on to family and being here to help people with kids. So
Okay.
whether your children are cousins, relatives, she's coming in for little kids, people.
Oh, she's good with kids. Awesome. How about Leanne T? Why is it so hard for me to connect to spirit, even to feel energy? I try so hard. It pisses me off most that I can't get anywhere. I understand where you come from, Leanne. I have a hard time too.
So Eric says, "Hello, Leanne." He says, "You're beautiful." And he tells you that, well, he goes, sometimes it could be a bitch to try and communicate to spirit when you have quite the amount of stress going on you. Eric is being quite vocal today, people.
Brace
Sorry.
yourself.
And so he says, it's the amount of stress that's going on around you. And so for you, he tells you not to make it a job. He says to do it more as it comes naturally. So when you sit there and you're trying to do a meditation, like a third eye meditation of opening, and you're having the expectation and nothing is coming, it's because your mind is stressed about it. It's focusing on, well, why the hell isn't my mind opening? What's going on? Why isn't my hearing opening? For you, by the way, he says you're not going to be hearing with your actual ears. It comes in the form of your thought process. So he's laughing. He says, because you tend to talk to yourself a lot and you even answer yourself. And so that's when you're channeling. And so he says, pay attention to the spontaneous thoughts because that's the type of connection that you're going to have.
So is she really channeling? But she thinks it's her own thoughts sometimes?
She is. And so for her,
Good.
it sounds as if she's talking to herself. And that's where the confusion comes in. She can
Ah,
take the activity when she's doing something. For her, it's going to be organizing. So when she's cleaning the home and organizing, those ideas that come, that's the type of channeling that you are. And so she's expecting to have this right here.
yeah.
It's going to take a little while for her to get there. She needs to understand the part to where she's communicating with her own guides before she opens up to, I guess I could say, like other spirits, and
Okay.
to where it's be very clear for her.
Okay.
But it's stress, so not to have that expectation on it. And if you have like a lot of stress going on in your life, try and I know, right? He says, I know it's hard to let go of that stress or to make it just disappear because it's not like that. You're human. It's reality for you guys. So try and, do something calming before you go into a channeling, whether it's taking a bath or cleaning your house.
All
Something
right.
calming.
That sounds good. And I bet Erik is pretty easy to channel compared to a lot because his energy's so big. So try channeling him.
He lowers his vibration, and so this is why it's easier for people to
Oh,
communicate.
that why? Awesome. All
And
right.
funny, Erik, he's giving me an image of him shrinking himself.
Oh. All right, Leanne T again. What is my life purpose or mission? Thank you, Erik.
So right now, he's talking about your life mission for right now. She must be a little bit older. It's actual spiritual stuff. And so he says that she is going to be connecting to his spirit. And this is channeling. Her life mission is actually showing, he's talking about humanity, teaching humanity on how to connect to the other side. She's going to be writing a book. He's showing her journaling right now.
Oh,
And
cool.
when it comes into a book, the life purpose is involving that book.
Oh, awesome. All right. Here's one from James L. Now, we only allow one question, but he's got it to two, so you can choose, Erik, which one is most important. What do you see in my near and distant future? Approximately 3 to 6 months, 4 to 6 years, 20 to 40 years. So that's three questions, but pick which one you think is the most important out of those.
He smiles and he says, hello, bro. He talks to you as if he's your brother or as if he's one of your best friends. And he says that there's going to be some traveling that's going to be unexpected for you that's going to arise. I would say this travel is going to come within the next year or so.
Okay.
That's really important for you. It's connecting to family and work. He's also telling you that he's talking to you. So Erik's got quite a bit to say. He says that he is communicating with you on almost a daily basis because he hears you. He's answering your questions. Now, Erik says
is he James's guide?
He's the teacher of his.
Oh, wow. Maybe you should have a whole session with Raylene, James. It sounds like he's got a lot to tell you.
He does. He's telling him to be patient because right now it's like a stuck spot. So to be patient and to pay attention to his thoughts in his head. By the way, Erik is telling everybody when that name pops into your head of Erik, he's got his air quotes. Let me put my rocks down. I channel with rocks in my hands, guys.
Cool.
So he has his air quotes. When you guys hear Erik, that just pops into your head. It's not by coincidence. It's there for a reason, and it's so spontaneous. Those are the type of things that you guys want to pay attention to when you're wanting to be sure of if that thought came from me or from somewhere else. And then ask yourself, well, why would I be thinking of Erik right now? Ask yourself that. And so that could give you guys a way to bring down the ego a ton.
Good idea. Maureen K. Hi, Erik, Raylene, and Mom. I would like to ask you, what is my life purpose, and is Erik with me?
He says hello to you. He brings in the mother, and she says that she loves you. I got distracted. Your mom gave me a heart for you. And so I guess this is just an indication of her love for you. Erik is with you every single day. He's over here talking about she's kind of up and down, like not sure. Her emotions are up and down like a roller coaster. And so she kind of needs to try and get all of this together. Her life purpose, he says, it involves taking care of family members.
Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, Nina S. I would like some direction in life. A lot of people need this, I feel a bit lost at the moment when it comes to my job and a place to live, which in my case is closely connected since I travel a lot. So where she lives, I guess, is closely connected to her job because she travels a lot. Okay.
Ask the question one more time.
Sure. I would like some direction in life. I feel a bit lost at the moment when it comes to my job and a place to live. That's basically it.
So for her, as strange as this may sound, you're not going to have a stable place to live. You kind of, people that travel in like an RV or a motorhome.
Yeah, right.
And this is going to be her. It may not necessarily be a motorhome, but her home, it's going to be not permanent. It's going to be for a little bit, and then she goes somewhere else. So for a
Why?
couple months, couple of years, he's talking about her past life. And so, back when people would travel like on horses and they would go from state to state in travelers. Thank you. They were travelers.
Hmm.
And so that's where it stems from, that past life. And so she gets bored with places of where she lives, even with like food she's eating, she gets bored with it easily.
Okay,
And
well,
so
how would this? What does this have to do with her job? Is she in the right job?
that has everything to do with it because her job is traveling. And so it has to do with it because it kind of supports it in a sense.
So, any advice on how to not feel lost?
Yeah, he's telling you that you're an indigo. And so he says grounding yourself and forms for you, it's going to just be stepping outside in the dirt, barefoot, walking out on the dirt.
Okay.
Grounding yourself and that sense of lost and feeling like you're missing something, but you're not sure of what you're missing. It's a sense of missing home. It's
Oh,
very common with indigos.
oh, so grounding will help. That you're
Yeah,
supposed to be here with this human experience for a reason.
exactly.
All right, Lisette H. What is my purpose in this life? I'm not feeling my current job, and I don't know whether I should look for something else, where and what. I need guidance on where I need my career path. Thanks.
Hey, Lizette. Eric is over here telling you hello, and he's also giving you a balloon. There must be some anniversary or a birthday coming up for her.
Hmm.
Um, Slow down. So he's thinking about she's feeling really confused. He's answering the question in a different way. So
Okay.
she's feeling really confused. Do you want to ask your question all over again because he's answering way completely different, and I want to stick to that
Oh,
question.
all right. What is my purpose in this life? She needs guidance for her career path, basically.
Okay, and that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Eric is talking about family for her, but her career path, you want to be going into a field that's medical field. I see you working with, I don't know if you know what a CNA is, but it's care
Oh,
like
yeah.
that to take care of elderly people or disabled people. And so the schooling isn't going to take you long. I see you going into getting the schooling and your job being, uh, how do I say that? Thank you. Getting reimbursed it for the school that you choose from your
Well, getting reimbursed for what now? Because you're coming in and
school
out.
going to go to.
What?
A schooling that she's going to go to.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Of course, so when I say schooling, I would say it's going to take maybe 2 months at the most. It's a little course.
Yeah, it is a little course. My daughter took the CNA course, and it's really a lot of fun. She found it
That's,
rewarding. Okay, go ahead. Is that it?
that's her job
All right.
where she wants to be going next.
All right, Sandra L. Besides doing cat rescue, what else is my life purpose? Love you guys. Love you too.
Eric has a smart ass remark to you, and he says, well, that's your main purpose. It's rescuing these animals, not only the cats. He says, it's time to step it up a notch and go for other animals. I show you doing a nonprofit organization,
Hmm.
getting a, it kind of looks like a barn of what I'm looking at, and having a bunch of animals together.
Oh, how nice.
The lines of, I'm looking at a goat, I see pigs, and then I got a ton of dogs on this property. He's laughing. He says, because, right, the cats wouldn't like this, but he says the cats will stay their distance from this.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, he's showing you going online and setting up some form. It's like a form looking thing that I'm looking at to get this organization going. You're helping animals that have been abused, by the way. It's not people
Oh,
that
good.
want animals. These are animals that have some very bad abuse with them.
Oh, that's awful. All right, Stephanie C. What is my purpose?
He says, hi, Stephanie C. He says, you're Stephanie C because I see you later.
Oh, God. Keep your day job. You're no comedian.
I know, right? He says,
Uh,
well, she thought it was funny. Um, he says hello. He tells you that, I see, I want you to stick to the question though. This is another life purpose, correct?
mhm.
And so
Well, maybe he's trying to tell her something that he thinks is more important. You guys, if he, like with I think it was Lizette, he started talking about family. Maybe you need to ask what he meant the next time we do a Q&A. And same thing for Stephanie C. Maybe ask, wait a minute. You wanted to talk about something other than my life purpose. What was it? Go ahead. You may proceed.
And so he says, thank you, Mom. He says, well, just to get to the point, your life purpose is an earth angel. You're helping people.
Wow.
You're here to be in the right place, be at the right place at the right time, whether it's giving somebody $1, holding a door open. You're an earth angel. You're here to help people. He's talking to you, and he says that you need to get into some form of counseling or do like a trigger, how do you say that? Therapy. There's a name for like trigger therapy. It's like counseling. And
Okay.
so that's something that she needs to do so that way she can be happy with herself and be able to do for other people.
Okay, so
That's what he was getting at, like with that,
okay.
that she needed to go and do.
Okay.
And
So trigger therapy. Just look up trigger therapy? Like trigger points, or what is trigger therapy?
So their memories, so that way she would release. Have you ever heard of EMDR?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay. So it's like an EMDR type of therapy. She's got some memories that she needs to get rid of.
Okay. So maybe EMDR would work. Or tapping, EFT, which one would be better for her? Or would it be another one?
He says the EMDR is going to be really beneficial for her.
Okay.
He's going into something that she could do by herself. And so tapping is amazing to do by yourself. YouTube has tons of it.
Tons. And this is one guy that's real cute with black hair, white pants, and a red shirt, and his black hair is kind of like teepeed up here, and he's adorable. But he has a whole bunch of them. So look up Introduction to EFT or something. All right, Gladys H., what am I meant to be doing with my life? This seems to be a common theme this time.
It is. He says because so many people are lost and they're bored with where they are currently.
Yeah.
And they need that guidance of what to do. And so right now, your current life purpose, this is going to be taking care of your emotions. And you're here to help other people. They show a gentleman that's with you that you're going to be taking care of, helping him. This is going to be emotional needs and physical needs.
Oh.
That's the purpose of right now.
Okay. All right. Allison M. Hi, Erik, Raylene, and Lisa. I'm terrified of being in a physical body. Any odd pain or symptom I feel sets off fear and panic. I don't understand this life, and just living day to day frightens me. Please, how do I find peace in this poisoned and controlled reality I must live in? Oh, that sounds so horrible. What's going on with her? Was it a past life thing, or would past life regression help?
And so he tells her, well, part of this is past life, but right now he says that she's a very sensitive person. I don't know if you're familiar with sensory processing disorder. So with that, they feel a loud sound would be 10 times louder than what it was.
Oh, gosh.
Pinch would feel painful. And so this is what she's dealing with. It's a sensory issue that's going on with her. And yes, it is connected to past life. She's also got some vertigo going on. There's medical issues there, so it's not all spiritual.
So what does she need to do?
You need to go see a doctor. She's tired of it. Vitamins. He's giving me the names of some vitamins. Ginkgo and ginseng. These 2 vitamins are going to help her, and it's brain, it's her mind. The other thing is a tapping form of therapy. Go onto YouTube and do tapping. She's got emotions that are stuck in her root chakra. Some of it's from this life, some of it's from past life. There's stuff that's going back to her birth father.
So she can listen to cleansing, chakra cleansing, on iTunes or YouTube, to have music that will help cleanse that root chakra if you want.
In her case, she's going to need someone to break up the energy. I would recommend going to an energy healer for that.
Okay.
Doing a distant Reiki charge. There's tons of people that do distant energy healing. Even a distant Reiki would be enough to break it up, and then you go ahead and do the work yourself on the chakra. Using crystals, you can use crystals to remove blocks if you don't want to go to an energy healer. Any black crystal removes the block. Any crystal that's color coordinated to that chakra, it's going to remove the block. It's going to open that chakra. So just placing that stone on that chakra, it's going to help you.
Well, that's awesome. So there's a lot she can do. What about past life regression, real quickly?
This is going to be alarming for her. He says that it is something that is beneficial, but for her, the things that she would see would be alarming.
Okay, so no.
So I would stay away from that for now.
Okay, until she gets stabilized. And what about sensory, what do you call it, desensitization treatment? Or will handling the root chakra alone help? Or
he says what you're talking about kind of covers up the problem, and so he's wanting her to release the emotions.
Okay. All right, Amanda H. Please tell me my spiritual mission. Love ya.
He says, hello, Amanda. He's telling you you're beautiful again. He's telling all of these girls they're beautiful, aren't he?
Oh, he's crushing on people.
He says, no, Mom. He says it's unconditional love.
Oh, good.
You guys, your spiritual mission, sweetheart, I see you working with animals. And so he shows me dogs and cats. And so you could be working in a facility that's like a pound or a rescue place, someplace that's catering to animals.
She should get with Sandra L. and her cat rescue, animal rescue. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah, you can pair up with her.
Yeah.
He says, you're funny, Mama.
Not really, but go ahead.
Oh, well, so that was her mission.
Okay.
She's working with animals. Animals are your mission.
All right, what about Fiona R? What is medically going on with my daughter Ava, or Eva? I'm not sure how you pronounce it.
So your daughter, she does have a hormone imbalance going on. Erik says, hello. This is hormone imbalance that she's dealing with. You want to go to a specialist. Your regular gynecologist isn't going to do it for you. Go to a specialist, someone that can run her levels and come down to the point.
Like an endocrinologist or a gynecologist that specializes in endocrinology?
So I believe that she's already gone to the gynecologist.
All right, but there are gynecologists who specialize in endocrine issues, but just an endocrinologist would do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, good. That's easy enough. Which hormone is out of balance?
This looks like she's going to need progesterone.
Okay, progesterone, yeah.
Okay. So he's talking about her anger and her outburst.
Mm-hmm.
And then she also comes with like a ton of fatigue. And so he's telling you to be patient with her because there's emotions that she can't control when she goes off.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's uncontrollable on her end.
Okay, Cynthia D. Hi, Erik. I took a picture of the sky of a beautiful feline alien orb. Can you please tell me her name and who is she? Feline. Okay.
Hi.
Interesting.
He got like right here in my face, and he says, "Here I am." Now, telling you the orb that you've seen, this was not of extraterrestrial. He says that's like more of a spirit guide of yours.
Okay.
He says, "Hold on." He's tapping in for a name for you. He says, okay. Now, the name that he's giving me is Christina. She says, names aren't really all that important, but she says that you can address her by this name. She is in connection to past lives with you. She does have extraterrestrial around her, but the form that she came in, I guess I could say, was more of like spirit form or energy. Thank you, energy form.
Okay. All right, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Edward J. What is my soul's purpose for this life? Love you guys. Carrie. So
Hi,
I don't
Edward.
know if it's Carrie B. But so I don't know if it's Edward J. or Carrie B. But both names are here, so we'll see.
So this is another life purpose?
Yes. My soul's purpose.
Soul purpose. Thank you. He says there are actually two different soul purpose and life purpose.
Oh, okay. Well, what does this person need to know? The soul's purpose or the life's purpose? What's most important?
He says at the moment this is going to be the soul purpose.
Okay.
And so her soul purpose is going to be communication. And now this is tough for her because she's come into this role to communicate differently, more nicer. She's had issues with expressing how she feels, and it stems from past life because she wasn't able to communicate, to talk when she wanted to talk. And so now she comes in with either anger or sadness or not being able to communicate clearly. And so she's coming in to learn how to communicate without judgment, without anger, with being able to control her emotions.
A good book would be Nonviolent Communication. And maybe also clearing your throat chakra, maybe.
Oh yeah, clearing your, so that's where your past lives are stuck. If you guys have like communication issues, it's past lives that are stuck in your throat chakra.
Yeah.
Do meditations, and I use crystals for everything. I use black kyanite. Black kyanite cuts away cords with, it's connected to every one of your chakras. So there's one crystal that you
Oh,
guys,
wow. How do you spell that?
Black, and then kyanite, Kyanite.
Okay.
Use that.
Interesting. Never heard of it. All
And
right, so that's a
so
good one for everybody to get. Cut the
they
cord. All
get to
right.
our chakras.
Okay. All right. Renee M. Hi, Erik. I feel completely lost in my work life. I don't want to work for this man anymore, but don't know what I should be doing to earn enough money. What do I do? Renee.
He says the man is hard to work for.
Ugh.
Renee, you've come very far from where you were a year ago. He's telling you that he's really proud of who you are and the person that you are. I do see you having to work for the man for at least another year.
Ugh.
You're going to be going on your own venture, I should say. This is going to be working with spiritual stuff. He shows you connecting to oracle cards and Mother Earth. I see her working outside. It's really weird what I'm looking at. She's outside doing oracle readings, oracle card readings.
For
She's
people? For money?
for money.
Cool.
And like,
Interesting.
people that do seminars, things like that. That's what
Okay.
she wants to do.
All
She has
right.
quite a bit to learn. Books are big. The internet, not even books for her. It's internet.
All right. Tatiana E. Hello, dear Erik, Angel Elisa, and sweet Raylene. I have been going through painful changes my whole life, and I feel really tired. Does Erik and my higher self have any advice for me? Thank you, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Thank you. Says thank you for coming today. He says that he's with you quite often. He's there for your struggles. He's telling you that this is in fact your last life, and you know that feeling of feeling tired all the time, even if you just wake up and you're tired again. It's because it's your last life. Grounding to this current space that you live in.
Of course, there's no time, so all future, past, and present lives are all at the same time, so or right now. So
Isn't it crazy how that linear time is?
I know, yeah. So in terms of linear time, this is her last life, but she's still got all sorts of past, future, and present lives going on. Okay, go ahead.
He says, true, mom, but to a point. He says, think of it as this is the body that last crosses over. And he's talking about the years, the time frame.
Okay.
So this is what's confusing to her because she feels so much pain from past lives. It's not all associated to this life. The other thing is she takes on stress, and stress comes into physical pain in her body. I don't know if she's familiar with the term of fibromyalgia, but it's coming on to a physical disease with her. It's stress that she's dealing with.
What can she do?
Okay. So he says, well, technically it's stress that she's not dealing with because she's bottling up her emotions. So what she could do is she could, easier said than done, she could not let people get on her nerves or not let them get to her, even people that are at such a distance from her. He says, just try and realize that you're love and you're full of love, and whatever anybody else says or does to you doesn't matter.
Okay.
Know that you are love.
What about breaking up all this stress-related locked up energy with the Grinberg method? Grinberg. I found that extremely powerful for me.
He says it's going to do wonders for her.
So check it out. Look that up. Yeah. Look it up. Okay. Michelle K. Gulp. Did I marry the right person?
He says, Gulp is right, Mom.
Oh, great.
Well, at the time it was okay, but he says you will be separating from your partner. And he says that it's not a bad thing. As you know, you've already had these ideas that are running through your head of, I made a mistake, I'm not happy, this is wrong. He says, by the way, you're communicating to your spirit guides when this thought is constantly with you. This is them guiding you. So he says, no, he's not the right person for you.
Well, did they have a contract before that it's now been honored and it's time to move on?
He says, yeah, the contract has now been cut. And so for her, she does really good with standing her own ground and telling people, like, no, don't do that. Things, she stands her own ground. And so this man taught her how to do this.
Okay, good. That's good. So there was a reason for it. So that's good. All right, Stephanie P. Would my dad, Victor P., be successful in his new restaurant called Shrimp House? If so, am I going to have more than one? Or is he going to have more? I don't know.
Yes.
So basically, will it be successful?
He says, yes, this one is going to be successful. He's telling you there's going to be some slow periods. There's going to be, I would say, about a year from now. Slow down. A year from now, you're going to have a pickup with business. I don't see you getting another business right away. However, in about 5 years down the road, there's going to be something else that you can rent and have another business through restaurant. He's telling you to do more than shrimp. Shrimp is a specialty. Add other foods in there. Your other restaurant is going to be connected to the other foods. It's going to be more of like it's not American food that I'm looking at. I'm not sure what this is. This is either going to be Indian. Thank you. Like Indian food.
Okay.
Serve Indian food.
Interesting. Okay. Kimberly M. Hello, my name is Kimberly. I really appreciate everything all of you do. My question is, I'm having back problems with my arms and fingers going numb and pain in my legs. Can you help? Goodness.
That is so disturbing.
Sounds neurological, almost.
He's showing me his toes, and he's trying to get a kick out of everybody. He wants your guys. He's wiggling his toes at me. It's gross.
Oh, gross, Erik. She's those monsters.
Out of people. Now you have. He says, "I didn't mean to ruin your moment." He's talking to, what is her name?
Her name is Kimberly M.
Kimberly, thank you. He's talking to Kimberly. And so Kimberly is having nerve pain. This is connected to, is that sciatic? Her sciatic nerve.
But what about her arms? Her arms are hurting. Her arms and fingers are going numb. So that's also something else. I mean, could it be some blood-related issue like vitamin B12 deficiency or folate deficiency can cause neuropathy? Diabetes can cause a neuropathy. Syphilis can cause a neuropathy. So is it systemic, like a blood disorder, or is it a mechanical disorder?
This is mechanical. First, the bottom part is connected to that nerve, the sciatic nerve.
Okay.
He's supposed to go to the chiropractor for this. And he's telling you that it's not going to be going into the chiropractor and feeling better. You have to go several times to get aligned and get it to stay good. It's her bones. Her bones are not in place. It's even up above. He shows me the nerve that's coming. I'm not good with medical terms whatsoever. He's showing me behind the back, and it's
cervical spine nerve?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is where you want to check in. If they haven't done like any CTs on you, it's this nerve that's connecting to her hand sensations.
Okay.
He says CBD oil would be helpful for pain with her.
Okay.
I'm not sure where she's living, but he's talking about the CBD being an issue. So this is either going to be because of where she lives or a family member that's against it.
Okay, so you're talking about not CBD oil from just hemp, which is legal. You're talking about CBD oil with THC.
Yes, this one has to have THC in it.
Okay, all right. Okay, Maria C. First off, I love you all. This is Maria. My question for Erik is, what is my purpose here? I just feel like I don't belong here or with my family. Oh, my goodness. Poor thing.
Hi, he says, first off, I want you to know that you are worth everything in the world. You're worth more than the world, as he says this with a huge smile. He says that this loneliness that you're dealing with, it has to do with he says indigo, your soul family, where you come from, because you're not connected to here. And so this is causing heavy depression for you.
Okay.
She needs to get on medical medication. This is going to be like antidepressants,
Okay.
like that. You see her having to use different medications. And for her, medication isn't something that she's wanting to do, or she's either having too much of it already.
Okay.
Antidepressant, that's what's going to help her.
Okay. All right. Sarah T. When will we sell our house, and will our new house be a happy, peaceful home for us?
So your house is going to be a happy, peaceful home. He says that there's a lot of energy that's in your home right now that you need to cleanse. And it doesn't mean you have like any demonic energy or anything like that, but stress, if you guys carry stress in the home, stress is in everybody's life, even your
Oh yeah.
children.
Yeah.
So energy stays in the home, and so you guys could be acting out on that stress.
Okay.
Sage it with sage, and then also use Palo Santo. It's a little wood stick. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Palo Santo, PaloSanto,
Okay.
and it just like sage. And Palo gets rid of like the negative energies, the negative emotions that tend to stay around.
Uh-oh. That's tornado warning. That's okay.
Yeah,
Emergency tornado warning in this area. Uh-oh. Take
he
shelter
says
now.
that's cover.
Do I need to take cover, or is it going to be okay?
He says, "Well, Mom, you're gonna be okay."
Okay, good. What I do for you guys. I am putting my life on the line for you all. All right, so when will the house go for
So the
sale?
house is going to sell. I see this actually happening more towards the end of 2017. What
Okay.
happened? He's telling you guys to move things out of the home to make it look bigger. He's telling you there's actually an option for a buyer to come in and buy the house in about 3 months, but there's something that could fall through with this person. Um,
Okay.
but it does sell. It's not going to be no more than the end of the year.
Okay,
He said
good.
to move things to storage or to move things like out of the home so that way it makes things bigger,
Okay.
makes the room bigger, and
All
that
right.
way it's open.
Okay. Here's one from Karen S. Hi, Erik. I lost the love of my life in September 2016. When he was on Earth, I called him my Earth angel, my Earth guardian angel. Can you please help him to communicate with me? I miss him so much. So maybe also, Erik, of course, you're going to help him, right? What's the best way for him to communicate, you think, so she can be
He
aware of
said,
that?
"Your love of your life is here," and he's telling you that he's sorry for departing so early. He says that this was such a freak accident and he wasn't ready to go when he went over. I'm going to cry.
Is he doing okay?
He is. He's doing okay, but he has so much love for this girl, for this person. He wanted to finish living as he went over there. He was like, why? Why so soon? Why now?
Yeah.
Um, and so he says that I am doing okay. I'm happy. He says, although I do miss the physical touch with her, you need to, he says, to try and take care of yourself. I know that you miss me tremendously, but I need you to get up and do your daily things to continue to live life. Erik says that I'm helping him to manipulate energy. And so it's specifically computers and cell phones. When it's acting up
Okay.
on you, when it doesn't send the message out, when your internet doesn't want to load, this is your husband, your fiance.
Okay. All
Thank you.
right.
He's the husband. He's taking credit.
Okay. Karen S. Hi, Erik. This is the same Karen. What's my life purpose? Thank you for everything you guys are doing.
So your life purpose is actually involving, um, this is farming that I'm looking at. Like, people that grow crops,
Okay.
um, things of that sort. She's coming here to do more of nature things,
Okay.
farming, taking care of animals, doing her own,
Gardening.
yeah, things like that. She gets just pleasure in growing things,
Okay.
taking care of animals. She's more of a nurturing person, nurturer. There's
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit. There's a lot that he's going into with her. Um, I'm gonna go with like taking care of yourself, taking care of others, growing plants, growing food.
Okay. All right. Tia T. When I was in the hospital to have my gallbladder removed in 2013, I experienced a psychic future vision of myself, my family, and many other people. Wow. Is this really going to happen? While you do that, I'm going to check the radar and see if there's anything that looks really bad. Go ahead.
He's telling you you're safe, but he says you check that radar, Mom. He says I won't
Okay.
let it happen to you. And so he
Oh,
answers.
looky here, people. It's not looking pretty. Anyway,
Oh,
you go ahead.
and so he tells you
From the gallbladder, the
yeah,
psychic
yeah,
future vision.
he's talking about this vision that she's seen, and so part of this vision was correct, and so this is to be used as a metaphor. There's positive change coming, yes. Look at the vision as a metaphor to see what else could it possibly mean. So whether it's like you guys went somewhere, maybe it's indication that you guys are going to be taking a trip somewhere. He's telling her to use it as a metaphor. There's positive change coming to the family.
So there's a reality. This is
Yeah.
really going to happen. Okay, good. If it's good. Doreen D. I am educated, have experience, yet I've been unemployed for 13 years with only 2 short-term assignments. Now my daughter is having the same fate. Tell me what's causing this situation and how to fix it. Let's just go with her. And maybe her daughter can learn from that.
So he says that, as strange as this may sound, right, Erik? She's come into this role to have more free time, and although it's a pain in the ass not having that, steady income or that, you know, monthly or weekly income, not knowing things like that, but she's come here to actually have time to be with herself,
She what now?
to have time to be thinking by herself, to be with herself.
Okay.
Um, it's kind of it sounds selfish, right? But she's coming in to trying to figure out how to say this. It sounds like she just wants to do nothing, but her soul's wanting to do things. Her soul mission is really coming in to relax, be by herself, be able to connect to the world, whether it's like meditation, having that time to do something that you enjoy with yourself, instead of having that job that you have to go to every day and having that obligation. She doesn't have the obligation. Thank you. It's more of not needing obligation.
Oh,
And the thing with your daughter is it's going to change with her. That change is coming for her. She needs to be going into a medical field. She's
okay.
helping people. So that could be, the CNA course. Thank you.
Okay.
He's dinging.
He's singing?
He's dinging.
Dinging. Okay. Selena C. Does my higher self / spirit guides have a message for me?
So Erik says hello, and he says that the message from your higher self is going to be to so he's giving me the images. It's like a picture book that he shows me. And so for you, you need to be cleaning out like your closets, underneath the beds, get rid of things that don't fit you. And if you're holding on to it and you're saying, well, I want to fit into that next year, get rid of it so that way you allow for new to come in. She needs to
Okay.
organize.
Okay. Althea. Oh, my name is Althea. I consider myself an empath. I often feel that I'm not from here. How can I use my abilities to make this world a better place for those who also feel they don't belong?
You are an empath. Erik says hello. He says that you're very sensitive and you can tell when someone's having an off day, even if they don't tell you. You just know something's off with them. You're feeling the energy. And so he's telling you to start journaling your thoughts, even when you're going places, because you're picking up emotions yourself. And so he wants you to be aware of when you're picking up someone else's emotion and when it's yours. So if you're having your speed,
Wait,
oh,
you cut out. Say
if
that.
you're happy, and then all of a sudden you're sad, know that that's not the emotion right then and there. So journal that and dismiss it. I see your journaling turning into a book. It's not going to be a very thick book. It's going to kind of be like a book for empath people and teaching them how
Oh,
to know
good.
their emotions and how to release when it's not their emotions. And so that's why he's telling her to journal now and notice when she gets that happy and then that sad instantly. And then dismiss it. Just simply
Okay.
say, this isn't mine, and is allowing it to go.
Good. Zoe M. Hi, I would like to ask Erik who my guides are.
Hi, Zoe. He says this with such a friendly high tone.
Aw.
He says, like a boy that's going through puberty when they have that squeak. That's what he's
Oh.
saying. Like, that's a good example, Erik. And so, your guide's name, there's several of them. You guys can have hundreds of different types of guides, and you guys can have as little as 5 guides. One of the names of your guides, it's going to be, it's not English. Give me something that I can pronounce. So it sounds like he's saying Esmeralda, but it has more of a sound to it, more to it.
Okay.
I just can't pronounce all of it. So
Okay.
Esmeralda, and she's specifically for relationships. She's your relationship guide.
Okay. Okay.
So
Ding.
when they come down for relationship, it's either because there's going to be change in relationships or a relationship coming to you. So pay attention to, it could be, a love relationship, a friend relationship, a call, like a coworker, any type of relationships like that may be coming around or changing.
Okay. Hungbo K. I am on a divorce process since a year. How will it go with child custody, etc.?
It's what he says is children. And so the kids are actually taking this quite hard. I do see the mother getting a majority of the child care. He's talking about him needing to pursue more court and get more time. It's not going to be a very easy divorce. He is going to be able to see the kids. However, I do see the judge favoring more for the mother.
Oh, they always do.
I'm sorry, and I know that's not super positive news to hear, but don't give up and keep your
don't
dates.
give up. Yeah.
Keep the times that you get, and then keep fighting to get more and more time added to it.
That sounds good. Asuncion H. Thank you, Erik. Will I come into money soon so I can buy our first house so that I may take better care of my sick ex-husband and daughter with Down syndrome? We were homeless and need help. I don't know if she is homeless or they were homeless. Okay.
He says that the job for you isn't going to be, I wish I could give everybody positive news, but I'm going to give the information as I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
It's not going to be very easy for her. I see her doing like odd end jobs because she has to be there to take care of the kids. Erik is telling you to go to churches. Work for you doesn't look promising. Go to churches so that way the churches can help you. It's churches that she's connected to.
Okay. Can she work at the church?
This
in exchange for...
Yeah, and that's what it looks like. It's going to be volunteering help and then them giving her income or helping her somehow.
Oh, good. Okay.
They show her needing to put her son in a program so that way she can have some like one-on-one time.
Daughter. There's a daughter with Down syndrome. Maybe she has a son too, but
no, this is her husband. There's her husband. He needs to. It's the way that he's talking about.
Okay.
Form of program that's going to get him doing things. There's an issue why the husband can't work, and so he needs to be doing something that's going to have his mind going.
Okay.
There's a program. I'm trying to get the name of this program or like where to guide you through. Maybe you can help me with this, Elisa. You know how sometimes they have like a day program where people go and
like daycare, adult daycare?
Yes. Okay. Something of that sort, but where he's interacting with other people.
Well, that costs money. Can she get government assistance for that?
That's what he's going into.
Okay.
And so
maybe get the help of a social worker. That might help all around.
The social worker is going to be key, and that's the person that can help connect you to the programs that you need to get.
All right.
They'll also connect her to other like food programs, housing programs.
Yeah. Okay, good. Lindsay C., what is my life purpose?
Erik says, hi. Your life purpose is going to be mothering. You're here to take care of babies, your own babies. Not so much having that career and that 9 to 5 job that you go to every single day. Life is changing. Your life purpose is going to be solely involving taking care of kids, taking care of your family. He says, Mother Goose.
All right. Sue A. Hi, Erik, Lisa, and Raylene. I was wondering what my spiritual purpose is and if I am on the right track or any other advice that you have for me. So whatever's important for her to know, Erik.
Something that's important for you to know is you need to go and test your sugar levels. He's talking about her health. This has nothing to do with her life purpose, but you need to change your diet and what you're eating.
Okay.
This is going to be diabetes that's going to be on the rise. Glucose.
Okay.
Thank you. And then the other thing is your eyesight is changing. Take your health is important, really important. So don't ignore the signs of your squinting, of headaches. Go to the eye doctor. And so the sugar, she'll have like a dizzy spell. It's connected to the sugar. She needs to go to the doctor.
Okay.
That's important for you to know.
Oh, yeah. Kristen K., can you explain why my marriage has so much conflict? Don't they all, almost?
He says, that's me. He goes, ain't that a bitch?
Mm.
And he's telling you this is a twin flame relationship. He says, I'm sorry, you guys. I'll tone it down. And then he goes, no, I'm not sorry.
No, he never is.
Your relationship is a twin flame relationship. These are often very complicated relationships to be in. He says, keep in mind that everybody has free will, and just because you have a contract to be with this person doesn't mean that you got to stay in it for this amount of time.
Yeah.
Leave whenever you want to leave. Your lesson that you're learning out of this relationship is to stand your ground. You know, if someone tells you, well, you have to do it this way, you say, I want to do it this way because I like it this way. You're standing your ground, doing things your own way.
All right, so that's a good spiritual. Is their contract over? Almost, or not yet?
No,
All
not
right,
yet.
so stick it out. Christian K. again. What is my soul's purpose in this lifetime?
You are connected to horses, my dear. Erik says hello, by the way. Your life purpose is going to be like, what do you call people? Florists. Thank you. Florist. This is going to be your life purpose.
Okay.
So if you're not currently, having flowers or doing any florist work, you're going to be transitioning to it. Take the transition lightly. Don't, when you have a job change that comes up, new career path, a lot of people tend to get scared because they're not sure if they can do that business, if they can do it on their own, or where to go. Pay attention to your guys' thoughts because that's how your guides communicate with you. Mm-hmm. She's got change coming up with work.
Okay. Marty L., but this is for Walter L. What is my spiritual mission in this life?
Hello, Walter. And so for you, your spiritual mission was solely to come down here with sensitivity and to be able to stand in your emotions. And so for him, he's had hard times expressing how he felt, understanding feelings of other people. So he's coming down here it's spiritual. It's very spiritual to be able to feel energy, to be able to feel other people, to be sensitive. And then to also understand family members. So when he feels like another family member of his, child, wife, whatever it may be, so he can feel exactly like what they're feeling. And then it helps him to understand it a little bit more so that way he could handle the situation different. So, if he would have got mad, then he would be able to handle it differently.
Yeah, sure.
He's a sensitive person.
Yeah. Okay.
That's interesting.
That is interesting. Cynthia Y. Am I on the right path in regards to the Reiki treatments I have started? Thank you, Elisa and Raylene. You're welcome.
Hello. Yeah, you're welcome. And so you are on the right path. He tells you to be patient with this because there's quite a bit of shit that you have to release in those chakras, in the Reiki distant that you're doing. He says, so be patient with it because it's not only one session that's going to make you feel wonderful. And sometimes it could take as many as 5 to 10 before you start noticing the Reiki. And so be patient with it. Yes, you are on the right track.
All right. Frederick B. As a child, I was shown shown from two separate source event my direct involvement in things to come of importance in human history. If real, how and when to expect those events? Okay, so
I'm misunderstanding the question too.
yeah, as I was shown from two different places, maybe mediums, I don't know, that he has some direct involvement in things to come that's of importance in human history. Is that true?
So the yes, there is change coming too. He's involved in people that try and prove that there's other life out there or try and prove that there's spirits.
Okay.
That's what his involvement is, yes.
Oh, okay. And when will he? Do you have any advice on how he can make this happen?
So he says, what you want to do is you want to start journaling your ideas, your thoughts that come to you again. And this is going to be prompting, there's a book that's coming to this person.
Okay.
The book is going to be what's helping the world, humanity. And so he's going to be showing people that life does exist after death.
Okay.
And he's also going to be, there's other things like extraterrestrial proof.
Okay. All right.
UFOs, things like that. He's
so taking on the skeptics.
Yeah.
Good. Maybe a website would be a good thing to have too, or YouTube videos. There's all sorts of things he can do.
He goes to YouTube.
Okay. All right.
He may already have one, but if he doesn't, he will have a YouTube video. And there's people that like make videos and talk to people. That's the other thing.
Okay. Rin B. Hi, Erik. Should I continue with my current job or pursue a new one?
So you will be having job changes coming up to you. He says hello to you. Your job change, it's going to be within the next 6 months. So no, you need to leave the job that you're at. And don't just do it because like Erik is telling you to do it. You guys should really pay attention to your intuition. And when you feel the urge, like I need to have that change, act on it. Really act on it.
Yeah. Okay.
He goes, yeah.
What should she be doing? Or he, I don't know.
So
what should this person be doing as his or her new job?
The self-employment that they're going to be going into.
Okay.
They should, this is creation. I'm looking at this person creating like, how there's people that create jewelry or dream makers, creativity.
Okay. Something by hand. All
yeah,
right.
she's using her hands. And there's so much to it. It's not only like jewelry, it's painting. She's very creative.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, here's one from Leroy. Well, no, it's not from Leroy. Aloha, everyone. My name is June, Jun, pronounced June, 29-year-old male. It freaked me out at first, but I can finally say that I know and appreciate the fact that Erik does work with me on many levels. My question is, what other service or work can I be doing beside the business I already have? I feel like there is so much more that I can do, but not sure of the direction I want to go. Thank you so much, brother. Elisa, Raylene, much love and blessings. Back at you.
Erik says hello. Thank you. I love doing this with you guys. And so volunteer work, he says, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Your son can't carry a tune. He's singing. I can't carry a tune either. Thank you,
look
Erik.
At me.
And so volunteering, and I think the volunteering that you're going to be doing, it's going to be with kids. They have like Boys and Girls Club where people can go and volunteer. They have programs where people could take on a child. Thank you. It's like a
Big Brother program. Okay.
Yeah. And things like that. Volunteering, it's going to be taking care of a child.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Megan D, my question is why is it? I'm sorry, the punctuation. It ever since I had my children that I had this overwhelming fear that something terrible was going to happen to me or my loved ones. The things I used to enjoy doing, like rollerblading by myself, I now will not do unless I am with someone. Movie theaters scare me. Malls scare me. Is this fear there for a reason? Well, that's incapacitating. Poor thing.
You are connecting to a past life. And she lost her son. She lost a baby boy in this life, and that's where this fear comes in from. She's connecting to it. Past life regression. Go into past life regression. She can handle it.
Okay.
That's where you're being guided to go. Past life regression.
Any
The other,
hint on what happened in a past life?
the boy drowned.
Oh, the boy drowned. Okay.
A drowning.
Okay.
Um, Saying for her to wear a crystal, black tourmaline. Wear black tourmaline. It takes fear away from people. It really does work.
Good.
Take the crystal challenge. Wear a necklace for 1 week straight and see how you feel. Take it off and notice the difference of your
Okay.
personalities.
Good idea. All
Mm-hmm.
right, Mallory L. Please ask Erik if I'm supposed to be with my husband Mark. It doesn't seem like a match. It's more of a project or learning experience. Oh boy.
Hello. Mark is definitely a learning experience for you. This relationship is not going to be your forever. He's telling you not to worry about being alone because you tend to do better when you're alone. The alone isn't going to be permanent. You do meet someone else. I do see you being a little bit older when this happens. You're going to have time to take care of yourself, do things by yourself, do what you want to do without having to take care of another person.
Okay. Well, is this what's the spiritual contract of theirs?
He's talking about communication. And so for her, she's supposed to be standing her ground. And it's more of an opportunity for her to. There's past life connection, so I don't want to word this wrong when I say opportunity. She's now in a place of where she can stand her own ground and speak her mind
Okay.
without that from past life. And so that's what it is. The lesson is coming in from past life, her being able to stand her own ground.
Okay.
This man is helping her do that.
Good. Jessica D. What are the next steps I should take to further my spiritual growth? And a shout out to my dad. That's sweet.
Hello from Erik. And he says, your father says he loves you. Your spiritual mission.
What's the next steps I should take to further my spiritual growth?
And so he's going into her spiritual mission, and that is her spiritual growth. She's spiritual. She's going to be doing mediumship work. This is going to be clairvoyance and clairaudience. Her ego tends to get in the way. She needs to get oracle cards. The oracle cards really help people to bring down the ego. Books, he's guiding her to books, and this is going to be audiobooks, spiritual audiobooks that she's going to want to get, so that way she could listen to it, because for her, when she reads, it goes in one ear and out the other. And so audiobooks.
What kind of audiobooks? On how to use
Spiritual
oracle cards, or how to do mediumship? What?
channeling books. There's how to channel, how to connect with spirit guides.
Okay.
My first book that I ever read, it was called Psychic Intuition for Dummies.
Oh, good. Check that one out. All
Right? It's such a mean name, but it had so much that taught.
All right, Nancy V. Hi, Raylene, Erik, and Lisa. Thank you for all you do. I recently became a life coach because I believe my purpose is centered on teaching and helping others. But I am not feeling quite connected to the work. Is there something I still need to learn or work on in myself to become successful, like learning Reiki or Feng Shui? I want to learn so many things, but don't know where to start or what would be most beneficial. Thank you, and I love you. We love you too.
So, yes, you need to be learning how to do Reiki. This is more than just Reiki. He says that you're a natural energy healer, and so there's energy in your body that's just waiting to come out. He says really it's all about intention, setting the intention to heal somebody, calling in your angels. There's a lot to it. It can't be said, quickly.
Yeah.
Energy healer. Feng Shui is also really good to learn for her because she could teach people how to do it. I see people sending pictures of their front rooms, their bedrooms, and then, her telling them how to move it. She needs to also be doing different types of advertising.
Okay.
You guys are doing advertising or have like a spiritual career that you're doing. Channeling Erik has a Channeling Erik Mediums website where you can put yourself on, and we'll go look for you guys. And so that helps you to get, your ego down, working on people, brings people to you.
Good idea. Samantha R. Dear Raylene, Erik, and Lisa, for about a year I've been seeing a blue spot or orb on a daily basis. Wow. I've tried connecting to it through meditation to find out why I keep seeing it and what it means. Unfortunately, I didn't succeed. Could you explain to me why I keep seeing this, and is there a message for me, or are my eyes just acting weird?
It's Erik. He
It's
says
Erik. Okay.
yes. He says, it's me, and I'm trying to get your attention because you're growing spiritually. The other thing is, guys, when your third eye opens, it affects your real physical seeing for a majority of the people that I've talked to, and with me it did it. And so that's what that irritation is with the eyes. It's your third eye that's opening up more.
Okay.
He's teaching you. That's what he's trying to get your attention for, is to teach you more about spiritual work.
So is there a message from him as his blue orb?
Erik is this orb. And so
okay.
he says the message is he's trying to get her attention so he can teach her about spiritual work. So it's going to be her dream state that she needs to recall, and then also her thoughts. And these are where she's going to receive the answers from. She's learning about spiritual growth, spirituality.
All right, awesome. All right, the last question actually is for me, if it's okay. My sister, Terry, I had to go to California to take care of her because she face planted and shattered her elbow into so many pieces. She's got like 20 screws in it. And before that, she broke her wrist. It's all on her left side. Why does she keep falling? And why does it happen on the left side?
He says, Mom, which auntie is this? She's overdoing herself. And so he says when it comes to her, she gets in like a consistency of doing things, and she doesn't take time for herself. She's not giving herself enough time. And that's the way of the universe hitting you and saying, right, that's a very mean hit. That's the way of the universe hitting you and telling you it's time to relax now. He says, Mom, if she would just learn to put herself on a schedule and be more cautious, she wouldn't be having the falls. She needs time for herself. She's not like paying attention. Sounds really crappy, right?
Yeah.
She needs to slow down. He says, slow down. It's time to slow down.
Slow down and take time for herself. Any reason it's on the left side?
He's telling me because she's got stuff that's in connection to her heart. This stuff's going back to childhood. Then the energy healing is what he's guiding her to do in her heart chakra.
Okay, she's been going to the Grinberg method, ladies, so that seems to be helping.
Yeah, are they working specifically on the heart area? That's where she wants to work.
I don't know. I'll ask.
Tell her to do specifically the heart area.
Okay.
Take time for herself, so when she falls, of course, she has the time because she can't do anything, and she needs people to help her.
Yeah, I know. Is that why?
Yeah.
It forces her to be helped?
Yes. And she's not the type of person that would take a handout or, want the help very easily.
No.
She's got to force it.
Yeah. So it forces her to take downtime?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And to receive help, which is humbling. Maybe she needs the humility.
He says, bingo, Mom.
Okay.
He says, work with her and tell her how important it is to take time to herself so that way she's not so overdone. She tends to hide her emotions very easily.
Okay.
So if she's, tired, you're not going to know. She's going to hide it.
Okay. All right. That's all. Thank you so much. Didn't get hit by a tornado. Thank you, Jesus. Didn't have to batten down the hatches. And we finished all the questions. I can't believe it.
Me too. Everybody, my site's going to be up on the 1st of the month. So it goes out. You have to go directly to my website, angelmedium7.com, to submit the questions. Please don't just do it through PayPal because you will get a refund automatically. How it's set up, the button will just automatically stop when I've reached my max of numbers. And
she fills up within just
hours.
Hours. So the 1st of the month, and she's on Mountain Time. Get it in there. Also, her when it's angelmedium.com, angelmedium7, it's the numeral 7, not 7 spelled out in letters.
Correct.
Anything else you want to share?
Yes, when you go to submit the question, put your question in the box that says description. It says Ask Erik, and above it says description. Right next to Ask Erik, that's where you want to type in your question. And it's right on PayPal. This month should be a lot easier. We're hoping. Fingers crossed.
Hoping it will
Yeah.
be, of course. All right. Bye,
Okay.
Raylene. Bye,
Bye.
Erik. Love you.
Thank you.
I
Eric
love
says
you both.
he says he loves you very much, and I love you, and I enjoy talking with you, Elisa.
Me too. Bye
You
bye.
have an amazing day. Bye.
You too.